Hi, Dr. Thayer. Quick update with Mike. This is going to be his third adjustment. He's already had, you saw the first one on the video. This is his third one. We had another one last night. Mike was just telling me how he did last night. This is the morning of his second day. So he just got up and told us how he did last night. So Mike, why don't you just kind of catch us up where you're at?
We've been doing a lot of walking. Dr. Thayer's had us do 10-15 minutes of walking in different segments and stopping and recording kind of what's going on and recalibration, what's happening. So far, really good. I noticed that I feel a lot taller. My initial reason for coming in with my right side feeling really numb is about 80% gone now, which is really unusual because
that's the major thing.
That's the major thing.
I know. He just told me that this morning. He's like, "Oh, by the way, all this stuff felt like crap, but my arm feels great." Yeah, so anyways, I was like, "Oh, cool! I forgot about that." Go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
So as I wake up in the mornings, usually this is like the first thing I'm aware of, just a numbness on the right side. It's not there today. However, on the other side, I slept really bad last night, and I was very aware of just a lot of pain and my headaches wanting to come back, kind of being stopped, wanting to come up the back, but it stopped, and I struggled pretty much the whole evening trying to find a comfortable place to sleep.
What did you tell me? One thing you just said this morning, you go, "I think that sleep has something to do with it." Is that what you told me?
I said it. Kind of in that voice,
yeah,
the same way.
Well, pretty much all my sarcastic voices all end up being the same kind of voice, so I'm sorry that I throw you into that bunch of sarcastic voice tones. But yes, but it's interesting. And so what else did you tell me? You said when you look at your phone, when you look down, what happens then too?
The grinding that I used to have, looking down, I don't have any of that grinding or popping. There was a little click last night, but I'm realizing in looking down that is like one of my issues. When I look down the way that things are right now anyway, a lot of pain begins to build up that way. So,
okay, so let me put a little synopsis on what he's just talked about. So before he was able to sleep on multiple pillows. He's been sleeping on 2 pillows and for years, and he's been able to look down at his phone. He's been able to do things that aren't actually right and that we're going to talk to him about fixing. But the interesting thing is that he was okay with those issues before. Not issues, but things he did. Now that I'm working on him, his arm's better. His headaches are getting better. But the issues that are really bad are now starting to turn on. Now he's starting to actually know when things are bad for him. Before he was ignoring them because he just was ignoring because he didn't know what the sensation was. And now that I've adjusted him a couple times, his body is starting to turn on to what's bad and telling him what's bad. And pain is the warning sign. And we ignore it over the years. And we ignore it long enough, migraines happen, crap happens, arms go numb. So this is a good thing that his body's turning on again. Okay, so anything else you want to add?
Overall, it's been really interesting. You'll hear different people talk about flow, and I kind of watch the videos and kind of go, yeah, okay, yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You feel whether it's electrical or it feels like fluid. You feel like changes happening, and it's kind of an odd sensation. I've never had that before.
If you can keep this under 30 seconds or less, okay. I don't know if you can, but we'll try.
Try.
We were just talking, we spent about 5 minutes here talking about the difference between the videos and in person. Just a quick idea of how that is different, because nobody really gets that, and we kind of touched on how that is neat and how that's different here, and no matter how much we try to convey that on the video, it doesn't happen in person, it's different.
Yeah, 30 seconds or less, I can do it. So 75% of kind of what you see, you can't experience through the videos. What you see is actually what happens here, but there's a whole other component. There's a component of a sense of care. There's all this other information. There's all the stuff you pick up on. There's all the stuff you begin to understand and put together, and there's a feeling and a sense of really being taken care of in a different way than the videos can convey, and that's basically it.
20 seconds.
Right?
Right on. All right. Let's watch his adjustment. His adjustments are getting better. It's still very difficult, but let's watch. May not be right, please. By the way, since this is a big thing in the office, see, making notes for me. Okay, perfect. Notes are very important. We talk about journaling here a lot, and they're doing a good job with that. So when you guys do come in, make sure you be ready with a little notebook to take notes. Other side, please, too. You have a headache this morning at all?
Yeah.
You do?
Like,
4, 3, 5, 6?
Probably 3.
3. Good. Okay. See how it's a little tight again?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh, man.
So that's his third adjustment. We'll catch up with it again. Thanks for watching so far. Hi, Dr. Thayer here. We're doing Mike's last video for this week, and he's this is his 6th visit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's had some interesting changes. Not as good as we want him to be, but we're making progress, and he's going to tell us about his progress. He just mentioned a few minutes ago. Why don't you tell us what you were saying?
Yeah, history with my life has been any type of travel, I just shut down. I just don't go to the restroom. I just don't for days. And that's been different because...
Good. So constipation is maybe a little bit different.
Broken up.
And again, a couple days, we don't know exactly if it's happening, but it's different. Something's happening. Tell us about the crescent moon thing.
Yeah. That flash that I had, that crescent moon, when I would turn my right eye hard to the left, is gone. I've been testing it videos, all the time, and it's gone 100%. Numbness is gone out of my right side, my right arm especially.
You came here for that.
For that.
You came here for the right arm.
And it's gone completely. I probably, I'm at 95%.
And how long have you had that arm thing?
Since that neck thing, 6 months ago.
6 months ago, and that's what bothered you. That's what brought you down.
That's what brought
and
me
he has
down.
a lot more going on with headaches and all the other things. Tell us about your headaches.
Not one headache since I've been here.
That's not true. The other day he woke up with a headache. So you had a headache after you slept on the 2 pillows, so we talked about that.
Yeah.
He woke up for a little bit. And so he has a little bit of a headache, but I'm just saying he's a lot better.
Well, it went to start, and it never took hold.
Oh, really? I thought it started for a while.
No,
okay.
It started, but it never took like they always do while they come across
okay,
the
good.
back of my eyes. Yeah.
Well, then I thought he had some trouble with it because we've been complaining about his neck. We've been having some troubles. And so tell us where we're at with you right now.
So what I've learned is that I've got a lot more issues than I thought I did. Makes sense. I looked at the x-rays and kind of doing design stuff. It's like, that's very clear. My neck's a lot more locked up. I've got a lot more muscle and relaxation and balance stuff I need to do to get to a point where my body responds. So a lot of it's up to me.
Okay, so I want to ask you one thing. So, and just be honest with this.
Right.
I've taught you something, right? I taught you how to work posture. We talked about posture, right? But I also talked to you about doing some things in bed, changing things. What I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to get on you about this, but I want you to kind of tell them how hard is it to make the changes.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
It's not just like I tell you something, you can do it, right?
No, your body, it's that muscle memory. You go back to what you've known before. I've had stomach issues forever, so I've slept on multiple pillows to keep my head up. So retrain my body to get back down again. There's kind of a panic and a memory thing where you want to go back into the same groove again.
Yeah. So again, people, and this is what I constantly tell you guys, is that the adjustment sound, what you guys see on these videos is absolutely true. You all feel better when you're here. The hard part, the heavy lifting, is the muscle memory, the training of the human anatomy. The human brain doesn't want to make changes. So that's what we're here talking, and he's going through this, he's suffering with it. But again, he's on board with the training, but again, 3 days ain't enough usually to train all the things you need to train.
Yeah.
Feeling better, lots of home runs, but still lots more to go.
And commitment. So you'll probably see me again at some point. I'm not backing off from this because I already feel great enough to know this is the right track. So I'm not backing off.
Good. Let's get you Justin over here, please. On your back. On the other side, please. He's a real rough one to adjust, guys. Really rough. Poor posture, muscle spasm, keeps his neck from moving very well, but he has great benefit from even the smallest adjustment. Good. You guys hit it, there's a little crack there. But that, on him, what is that kind of crack? Pretty deep, huh?
That's everything.
Yeah, but it's small on the outside, the audio of it, but it did do a lot. Beautiful.
That was the most that's gone.
Yep.
That side, yeah.
Yep. So, making good progress, making good progress. Okay, people. That's Mike's story up to this point. It ain't over. We're going to see him in the future, but he's doing pretty darn good. And 3 days, 6 visits. That's the story. Thanks for watching, guys.